Well, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna talk about the 12 best side hustles, at least in my opinion, during today's 2022 recession. Now, as I go through these 12 different side hustles, I'm actually gonna categorize them into 3 separate categories. Now, the first category is gonna be the creative category. And this category is gonna be for people that are a little bit more creative, maybe have a creative mindset, but you definitely don't have to be super creative for this category. So stick around and take a look at all the side hustles within this one. Then the second category is gonna be for side hustles that require a little bit of a skill. Now, it's not gonna be any crazy skill. It's just gonna require some skill. And most of those skills you can actually learn here on YouTube. They're pretty simple overall, but I just like to categorize these side hustles. Now, last but not least is the third category. And in this category, all the side hustles don't really require much of a skill set. They just require hard work and dedication. Now, of course, all the side hustles I'm going to talk about here today do require hard work, but just stick around throughout the entire video where I'm going to talk about all the side hustles. And then towards the end, I'm going to talk about all the side hustles that don't really require much of a skill set. Okay, and real quick before I get started, if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe down below and smash that like button. It costs you nothing and it'll go ahead and help this video and channel out a ton. And without further ado, let's actually go ahead and get right into the first side hustle. Okay, so the first side hustle we're gonna actually talk about in the creative category is called Printful. Let's jump right into my screen so we can take a look at exactly what Printful is. Okay, so Printful is actually a company that prints on shirts, hoodies, and other pieces of clothing with your design, but you can actually sell these things online. So they actually have this thing called print-on-demand dropshipping. Now, what print-on-demand dropshipping is it's the ability for them to actually print on the shirts and hoodies or whatever you actually design when somebody buys them from your website. So all you actually have to do is create a design. You can do it yourself or have somebody else do it. You put it on a shirt or a hoodie or something like that. You list it as an item on your website, which you'll create. And then every time somebody buys it, the company will print it and ship it to them. So you don't have to store any inventory or deal with any overhead like that. This service is actually free, so there's not really any overhead. The only thing you'd have to pay for is like hosting a website, which I think with Shopify is like 29 bucks. You can actually advertise the shirts or hoodies online using Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, and then you can direct them to your website so they can buy it. Then the company will actually just ship them out. It's super simple. Okay, let's actually jump right into the second side hustle of the creative category. The second side hustle is actually Etsy. You can create goods and items on your own and actually sell them on Etsy. There's tons of people buying things that are homemade right on this website. It's super simple. This is just a great little way to sell things that you make yourself. It's just part of the creative category. Okay, so the third side hustle within the creative category is Depop or Poshmark. Now, all these are websites that you can actually sell used clothing or pre-owned clothing on. But you might ask, where do I get that clothing? Well, I recommend actually going to a thrift store or maybe a Goodwill or something like that and picking out clothes that might be $1 or $2 that you can actually sell on these websites for $20, $30, $40 sometimes. Right now, more than ever, people are willing to pay a lot for pre-owned clothes because they're super trendy and in style right now. Okay, let's jump right into the fourth side hustle of the creative category. So the fourth side hustle is actually going to be creating a website for somebody using a drag and drop software like Wix or even Squarespace or something like that. Now, these websites make it super simple to actually create a website for somebody. You can go on to Craigslist and post a listing to create a website. There's a lot of people that are willing to pay money to create a simple site that they just can't do themselves because they're not very creative or technically good at anything. These aren't sponsored at all. It's just pretty simple. And I think it's a great way to make money fast, especially since a lot of people are willing to pay a lot for a website. Okay, that brings us into the fifth side hustle within the creative category, and that's gonna be creating YouTube thumbnails for people on Upwork. Now, if you have any special skills in Photoshop or even in graphic design at all, you can, even if you don't, you can use YouTube as a great resource to actually look up how to create a YouTube thumbnail. But if you use a platform like Upwork, you can actually post a listing where you're creating a thumbnail for somebody and people can hire you right on this website. So as an example, I typed in YouTube thumbnail and people are charging $40, $75, $65 an hour. And they've barely earned any money on this platform so far. So you can get started really quickly, and people are willing to pay people more who are here in the US. I've tried to hire people to actually create a YouTube thumbnail for me. I just really hate all of them. So if you can create something that's a lot better than everyone out there, you're gonna have a lot of business and be able to raise your rates over time as you get more positive reviews. And if you're really good at creating thumbnails, definitely let me know and maybe I'll hire you too. That's how simple this side hustle really is. You can do it outside of everything you're doing and you can just bring in extra income on the side. Okay, that wraps it up for the creative category of side hustles, but we're gonna jump right into the next one, which is something that needs a little bit of a skill set. But remember, all these are pretty much things that you can learn right here on YouTube from somebody just by doing a quick YouTube search. Now, as I go through this, make sure you stay till the end because all the best side hustles are at the end of the video and they don't require any special skill set. Okay, so the first side hustle within the category that requires some kind of skill set is gonna be editing captions onto short form videos and TikToks. Now, what do I mean by this? I'm gonna actually pop one of my videos up on the screen here so you can see the subtitles and captions that are actually on my video. Okay, so this is a funny one. The other night I went to dinner with my girlfriend and I'm paying for dinner and I pull out my wallet and I have like 18 credit cards. Keep that in mind. Now, right now, more than ever, people are looking for editors to actually add captions and subtitles to their TikTok videos. The problem is it takes a lot of time and a lot of labor to actually edit these captions and subtitles onto a TikTok video. So that's why people are not willing to do it themselves. I know I originally started editing my videos myself, but quickly realized that it just was too much work and I needed to hire somebody else. The other problem is there's not many really good editors that know what to do for a good price. But a lot of businesses and a lot of people are willing to pay top dollar to actually put the captions on their videos. So all you have to do is just get really good at Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere or iMovie or one of the video editing softwares and put words on videos and see how they look and just continue to make them more engaging with different fonts, better colors, more sound effects. And then you can actually create an Upwork listing, kind of like what I talked about earlier in this video. And on the Upwork listing, you can just let people know and show people examples of what you're doing. I would start off by doing free work, like a free video for somebody or 5 seconds for free, just so they can see what you're capable of. Now, if you have no idea where to start to actually learn how to do this, just look it up on YouTube. There's really a ton of resources on how to create good subtitles on Final Cut Pro or Premiere. Now, that actually leads me into my second side hustle of this category. Now, the second side hustle is actually editing longer form YouTube videos. If you learn how to edit on Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere to do subtitles, you'll be able to easily edit a longer form YouTube video. Now, because these videos are longer and they usually will take you longer in time, you can charge more for them. Now, remember, if you don't know how to edit at all, you can just use YouTube as a resource and look up how to edit videos on Final Cut or Adobe Premiere. And you can have a lot of success because really there's a ton of videos on how to edit. I really think that if you did the last side hustle and added subtitles to a TikTok video, those are pretty difficult to do because you have to look at each word and you have to write out each word and you have to listen to each word and it's a lot of work. But if you're doing a YouTube video, it's a lot simpler. It's just a longer video, so you can charge more for it. Now, as you can see here, people charge, look, up to $250 or more an hour just to edit a YouTube video. A lot of them actually charge even more than that, but you can just start off at a lower rate and do something maybe for free for the first time or the first 20 seconds to show people what you can do. Until you have some reviews on Upwork or another platform, just do things at a lower price so you can gain up those reviews and then you're able to charge more as you show people how good you are. And remember, if you're really good at editing YouTube videos, definitely message me on Instagram or something like that so you can get in contact with me because I'm definitely looking to hire anyone I can when it comes to content. Okay, and that's gonna get me right into my third side hustle of this category. Now, the third side hustle is actually gonna be doing graphic design or some kind of logo design. Now, based on the previous side hustles within this video, if you got good at Photoshop, Illustrator, and other programs that do graphic design, you can start doing logo design and making a lot of money off it. You can see here for logo design, people charge $50 to $100 to $200 an hour just for actually doing logo design, especially if you do really good logos and you can actually be a very creative person. You can have a lot of success doing this. Let's get into the fourth side hustle of this category. Now, this one's a little bit different. This one is to do with the real estate space and it's called real estate wholesaling. Now, real estate wholesaling doesn't really require any money. It just requires a work ethic to actually find listings that then you can sell the contract to somebody else that does have the money that's willing to buy it and you get a piece of the transaction. Without getting too deep into it, because I haven't done a lot of wholesaling myself, definitely take a look on YouTube YouTube at Real Estate Wholesaling, you'll find a lot of information, but it is a great thing, especially if you want to get into real estate and you don't really have much money. Now let's get into our third category, the one you've all been waiting for, the one I've been waiting for, the category that doesn't really require much skill set, but it requires hard work and dedication. Now the first side hustle within this category is called credit card churning. Now credit card churning is actually one of the ways that I've made a lot of money, so I can speak a lot about this. Credit card churning is when you open up a lot of credit cards to hit the sign up bonuses, which sometimes can be $1,000 or more. Then you continue to downgrade cards, close cards, open cards, so you can get as many points as possible, so you can really travel the world for free and get a ton of cash back along the way. Now for me, I'm actually 21 years old and I've traveled really all over the world with points that I've received, so I pretty much traveled for free everywhere. Now it's pretty nice to be able to travel the world for free on the credit card company's dime, so definitely look further into credit card churning. I've actually acquired millions of points and miles, so I've traveled pretty much everywhere and I'm continuing to collect points and miles all the time. So let me know if you want me to actually talk more about that on this channel. Just go ahead and comment down below. Now let's get into our second side hustle of this category. Now the second side hustle is actually reselling things that you can find on websites like The Deal Buyer. This website is pretty cool. You can go on here and find a bunch of items that the company is willing to pay for that sometimes you can find a lower price on a specific website. Now this is actually a guaranteed amount that they will pay you. Now you can use credit cards to actually maximize cashback, rewards, and points, and then you can take advantage of getting a lot of these and then just get a bunch of points racked up and hit your sign up bonuses. I love this because it's super simple to do and it'll get you a lot of points and rewards really fast on credit cards. Again, let me know if you want me to talk more about that on this channel by commenting down below. Now the last side hustle I actually want to talk about here in this video is called affiliate marketing. Now affiliate marketing is something you may have heard of before, but I'm going to actually dive deeper into it right now. Okay, so there's websites like shareasale.com or Amazon Associates where you can actually find links to items and then you can put them on a website or some kind of blog, and then every time people buy them or buy that item, you actually get a piece of it. This website, clickbank.com, even says on their website that you can earn up to $150 per sale just by becoming an affiliate. Now these aren't sponsored websites. I just found them online as a good resource to start in affiliate marketing and see if it's something you want to do. Okay, now that's it for the 12 different side hustles that I actually wanted to go through in this video. Now, if you got any value from anything that I said, go ahead and smash the like button below, as it would tremendously help out this channel and help me create more videos. And if you want to see more videos like this and other finance and business videos by me, go ahead and subscribe down below, and then we'll go ahead and see you in the next one.